Welcome to Tuscaloosa, Alabama, where titles are won, legends are made, and fields are named after them. Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium, home of the Alabama Crimson Tide. This is one of those benchmark opportunities for both teams, a mid-season top 10 showdown. As we'll see the number 5 team in the country, the Florida Gators, taking on the 10th ranked team in the land, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, Dave Pollock and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going.
I hate they always
Alabama about to kick off to get things started.
Let me go for 18, man.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Burns. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he had just taken a knee in the end zone. You think the fans are ready for this one? The booth's shaking underneath us, guys. Leaves it with the running back. Knocked down after picking up 5 out to the 24. You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y.
Just broke the tackle and still on his feet. Oh, look out. There he goes. Running inside
That's
the 20.
freshman.
And he'll take it all the way. They couldn't bring
You
him
like
down.
him, don't you? I'm gonna do that for you. That's for you.
And these offensive coordinators tell you they want to start fast and they want to establish the
I'm
run
gonna
game.
like that.
That is
Man, he ran it
exactly
over
what you
and
did.
took that bag. Man. Yeah, that's the freshman. That's the one. Power back, fool.
You hand the football off, making the big explosive run, setting the tone for this football.
He's a clipper though, so I ain't gonna lie.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. Only took 2 plays to find the end zone on that drive, and gashing them on the touchdown run finished it off. The
He kept
kickoff
running
team
though,
on
they
the
ain't
field
slowing
as
down
they'll
or nothing.
send this one away.
Ran his ass over and he's slowing down.
And he's coming out of the end zone. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The offense set for a first down play. They'll start this drive with a pass. Finds the tight end. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. Touchdown, Florida! And this defense coming out with points of their own. What an interception return. What a play by this defense with the pick 6.
And how about the
Sorry, I
defense?
was up
Exactly
there.
what you're supposed to do.
I lost a lot of food.
Makes the interception, everybody on defense. We turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
The Tide offense rolls onto the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing.
And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with the sack. Alabama pushing the tempo. He was lurking, waiting for his opportunity, and like a gator in the swamp, he went into the roll and got that quarterback.
They did.
I knew it. I should have kept going, bro. I knew
he wants to get back to being a dominant team. It's got to be guys like this in the trenches dominating football games.
That's a really nice job plucking that pass. I don't know if another school has done as good a job as Alabama in recent years as bringing in top-level talent at the wide receiver position. When you think of guys like Julio Jones, Amari Cooper, Jerry Jeudy, Devontae Smith, this guy, he looks like he could be on the field with all those guys, too. He's got speed. He's got the ability to pluck the football out of the air. What a big-time weapon. How nice is it to play quarterback with this guy in your offense?
The Tide with the 1st and 10. They're getting this guy lathered up. And they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening. I wonder how much fun this is for him. The head coach trying to take down the old alma mater across the way.
Yeah, I think these are always mixed emotions, and how you feel about this, playing your old squad, like it's something about it, I'm sure, that's nostalgic, and all the memories probably come flooding back. But there's also a competitive element, Palmer, that you want to beat this squad. Like, this is the next team in your way for you accomplishing your goals and dreams.
Yeah, he's probably experiencing the emotional spectrum coming into this game, but make no mistake about it, he has to separate him.
And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense.
And the defense gets a huge play. I'll tell you, they've been wreaking havoc in this one so far. They've got so many athletes up front on this defensive line. It kind of reminds me about the defenses I used to go against in practice back in the late 90s. Guys like Javon Curse coming off the edge. The freak. It was a nightmare. So hard for our guys to block. We felt like game day was easier than what we faced in practice. And I tell you, this D-line by the Gators, what they got this year, they are special.
And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
When you're around midfield, there's not really much of a choice. Go for it on 4th down. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. And they get to him and sack the quarterback, and they'll stop the drive on downs.
Tell you what, coaches catch heat a lot nowadays, especially on social media. I expect him to catch a lot of heat. 4th down, long yardage situation on your own territory, and you want to go for it, and you fail, and you're surprised. You definitely shouldn't be surprised. Just don't check your mentions, man.
Open space at the 25. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Gator! No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21.
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
And the coverage team able to make the tackle.
it is. He's going to do what he's good at.
Here comes that Alabama offense. That fourth down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on fourth down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes
fires
I
and
skipped
picked
that
off.
shit.
Oh, he would have loved
Oh, they
to
gave me
pick
the
up a few
pick.
more yards on that return, but they've still got
I'm
it at
clipping
the
that.
31.
I
what a nice
stripped that
catch
shit while
by
he
the
was
defensive back. Listen, a lot of times
you
you
see
see
that
DBs get in
shit, fool?
position to make plays, but there's a reason they play DB and not
I
wide
know
receiver.
he
Great
hot.
job finishing the interception, catching the ball, making a big play.
Wide receiver coming across in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And he's running. Headed to the end zone. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Florida.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. And he was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch.
I ain't never seen that though. That shit was hard. I went in for the script, man. They said pick. Damn.
The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Maybe they learned something from their opening script of plays, David, but other than that, this has been an abject disaster.
And I think they learned what not to do. I mean, this has been an abject disaster. They haven't done anything right. Offense, defense. Palmer, this one's ugly, and it's still early.
Yeah, I'd normally say, well, it's first quarter, just don't worry about it, there's time, but this is the worst start you possibly could have had. So they need to score a touchdown.
And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
And the defense just gets their 4th sack of the day. And guess what? This offensive line, they gave up 4 last week, too. So you need some consistency up front. Make sure you protect that QB that can make those big plays for you.
I think I should have
Quarterback checking the play. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. Didn't get a chance to show off those return skills, but he gives his offense the ball at the 29.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback.
I'm back to my
two
two-back system,
interceptions
D.
already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision making.
This is my real back here
Florida
at
has the ball
1,500
back,
rushing
and here
yards.
comes the offense. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Able to pick up a couple down to the 27.
The big defensive tackles in the middle, they're not always the best pass rushers, but they are strong, and I say country strong. They put their hands on you, you feel it. They lock people out on the line of scrimmage. They create separation. They wrap running backs up, and usually they don't get out of the midst of those big boys.
Got it in the middle, it's Burns. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. From the 17-yard line, threatening to score on 1st and 10. He's going to pass. They're trying to get to it.
I was going to come back
Quarterback
penalty.
feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
Quarterback sacks is a trend that this offense would like to put an end to pretty quick. Somehow they were able to win their last game out, even though they gave up 4 sacks in that one. That was a huge point of emphasis for this coaching staff. And here early in this one, first quarter, they've now already given up 1.
The Gators looking to take advantage of this red zone trip.
29 Philly. 2-9 Philly.
Corners showing press. They want to be physical here.
And
Boy,
using
is he
that
close
play.
to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
Florida 28, Alabama 0.
And it comes as absolutely no surprise. The offense will stay on the field and go for it on 4th and inches. On on the option. Now the pitch. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Gator! I mean, the way this team has dominated this game, impressive to say the least.
And it's cool now because you're kicking the crud out of them so bad, you start to put the backups in, and all them get to get juice and get to get some playing time, get some feel good. On the other side, well, they're just taking that right to the face.
He'll call for the fair catch here. Here comes that Alabama offense. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over. Move it behind you. Some play.
And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. Alabama quickly back to the line.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want.
You see this shit.
And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44.
And, man, it has got to be so rewarding as an offensive coordinator when your play call perfectly counters the defense's call, and that's exactly what we saw there. That play targeted the coverage's biggest weak spot, and it led to a wide-open receiver.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. They say all games count the same, but you get to this portion of the season, and a chance to win a top 10 battle like this carries a little extra weight.
And whoever keeps the...
A shot toward the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score.
Man, that's a couple bad throws. Last possession obviously ends in an interception by this quarterback, and now you throw another one, in harm's way. You got to make sure you're throwing to the open guy. Make sure you're taking care of that football. We can't have any more turnovers.
Pocket starts to collapse. Trying to escape and get it himself. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Great job by the defense there. First off, getting pressure initially and then forcing him outside the pocket. After that, excellent effort. All eyes on the quarterback. And you see the speed this defense has. They're going to be putting a lot of heat on this guy throughout the game.
And it's picked off.
That boy Cole, he'll sophomore for him. All-American. 2 picks, let's nigga that stripped it.
Florida! A great return for a touchdown. Any return for a touchdown is a great one to a defense. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick 6.
He got to finish these games out, so he can't do it.
Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken the in the end zone. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. This possession will be a test after squandering that long drive, throwing a pick 6, Jesse.
You're right, Reese. Well, I think this is really dependent, too, on the leaders in this huddle right now to step up. Help this offense get back on pace here on this drive.
Yeah, this defense is frothing at the mouth. They're excited. They're jacked up. They just made a big play. They got all the momentum, so they're ready to hunt.
Got to be smart, patient, great vision. Uses all of that to get to the 29. They'll try to run for it. He steps out of bounds, but he's got a first down on the play.
Offenses that are great on third downs, what do they do most of the time? They keep it in manageable situations where they're not predictable, not just dropping back to pass. They do it here on 3rd and short. They convert. This offense has been so efficient on third downs all throughout this season.
Here's the handoff. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
I'll tell you, this is a running back who's very, very dangerous, and the defense did a good job getting him down there. But they got to do a great job gang tackling because this is a guy that can break tackles and turn those types of plays into home runs.
On 2nd down, just keeps firing. And his throw is incomplete.
Things just not going as easy for this guy as they did his last game out. Last time he completed over 70% of his throws. This week, though, defense taking some throws away. They made some plays. He just hasn't been quite spot on with his accuracy. He's going to have to play better.
On third down, going up top. Makes a connection. Nothing but green ahead. And he strides his way into the end zone.
That shit came out fast as hell. I should have pressed.
He'll try to tack on one more.
Now he won't quit.
Smashes it through for the PAT. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the score comes courtesy of an explosive play in the passing game from 60 yards out. Fielded in the end zone, it's Burns. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The Gators sending the offense back to work. What a good mix of plays, keeping that defense off balance last time, David.
And Reese, they don't know if it's run or if it's pass. They got them right where they wanted. This defense doesn't know how to react from getting punched in the mouth on that last drive.
So in this next drive, David, I think you keep running the football because that sets up the play action, it sets up the RPO game, and then you keep this defense guessing.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Just gets it to the 28, pickup of 1. It's third down now. They ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. As we reach the 2-minute warning, they'll need to try to get a stop to keep this thing from getting out of hand. A 3rd and short coming from their own 20-yard line. From the gun, wants to pass. Coming after it. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Man, I like the aggressiveness on 3rd and short, trying to throw the football, take advantage of a look that they got. They weren't successful, and now it's 4th and short territory. Who knows what they're going to do?
This offense has already converted once on 4th down. Can they do it again? He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. He's got him, and they convert. Not much of a 4th down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing. An easy conversion for this offense. The Gators come to the line with a new set of downs. Handoff from the gun. Shows him the stiff arm. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down.
1st down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big game.
They'll ride the hot hand. What a nifty run there to pick up the 1st down.
And right away after picking up the 1st down, they go right back to their playmaker at running back. And I love the push they got up front, getting a hat on a hat, opening a huge hole for the back.
And you become so hard to defend when you can run the football successfully on 1st down. You're starting like that. Now what opens up? Play action. Now you're making me play pass and run. This offense, if they can create that run physicality, now it opens up everything else.
Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the inside.
And the Gators will hustle to the line. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Makes the grab down the middle. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6. This offense is about to face the one thing that can stop it. Time expiring in the 1st half. Before then, they can get another score. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. The offense will have to use its 1st timeout of the half. They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. Running back looking for the end zone to the left. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. This is a money play on 3rd and goal. Back to the ground with the running back. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Gator.
What a day. His 3rd rushing touchdown. And when you got your college fantasy football team going, this guy is racking those points up for you. Cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching.
So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Quarterback will audible. Oops, someone moved a little bit early. Offense going to pick up a 5-yard penalty. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The offense lining up for a 1st down play. He's looking to throw. Fires to the wideout. He got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
And you knew he was going to take a step back because you can't throw the ball for over 80% this season. Like, that's ridiculous. Last week he was on fire, but this week, man, he's freezing cold. And he's got to fight.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. It's complete. A huge pickup. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Unloads to the wideout. He's got it. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening 1st and goal from the 9. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. This offense needs a little something to feel good about going to halftime. A chance to chip away here on 1st and goal. From the gun, looking for a man. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted. The 50, the 40, the 20. And he has taken it all the way back. Touchdown, Florida.
Dude, you're just thinking,
the boys up there clean. Everybody is.
Don't let him score points.
Freshman.
No.
I got a young team trying to pull
What a
something
play.
over freshman.
Catches the ball in the end zone. Take it
Right,
in.
boy.
Take it in. No, sir. I'm taking this thing all the way back.
Come here.
100 yards to the house.
Come
What a
here.
play.
First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
What you want?
The Gators will kick it away to start the 2nd half.
Yeah.
I just had that on and you just started crying.
Not going to risk a return here.
Oh, yeah.
Straight out of there.
Yeah.
Stop, bro. Stop.